Hello guys. Okay, so I finally finished my Gothic mushroom village, and also this video is about how to age a statue, and I'll show you that in a while. Okay, so all the mushrooms I painted them black, and then I just added some patterns. I spray painted everything black first, and then I used just acrylic paint to add color to them. And I think this one was my favorite. I just liked how it came out. And then this one, I left it as it is almost, except that the stock, I added some black paint to it. I left this part white, and then I darkened this even more. It used to be like a lighter black, and then I just left the top part alone. And this one was my least favorite, I think. I'm not really a big fan of it, but now that I keep looking at it, it does look okay. I'm not too crazy about it, but it still looks good. It'll match the other black mushrooms. And then this one, I left it like also with dark spots, a basic black mushroom. And my favorite mushroom, this is how it turned out. Remember, this one was just stone colored, and again, I spray painted it black, and I just painted the leaves red. It came out better than I thought, and I just left the stalk black. Okay, now moving on to how I aged my statues, and I found that this way was the best for me. Before I show you the process, let me just show you one that I did. And this one was just a pretty mermaid. She was mostly white with like blue tail and the blue bra. But with that process, she turned out more gory. And I think once I leave her out in the sun, she will probably develop a new look as well. And I really like how their faces turn out. She was just a pretty basic mermaid, but now she looks creepy and edgy, and that's the look that I'm going for. And here's the other mermaid. She was just a basic white mermaid as well, and look how cool she looks now. And I think she had bluish tail and the blue bra, but she completely transformed. Now she looks a bit uglier and a little more sinister. And this is the back side. Okay, and this is how she turned out. And I had to repeat the process like many times. Well, maybe like 3 times. First, I would let it dry in the heat under the sun, and then I would apply that technique again. And initially, I didn't like how it turned out because I think I added some black and it just looked really ugly. And so I paint, so I painted her white all over again, and then I did that process all over again. And this is the final part. I added some rub and buff around the ruffle thing she's standing on right there. And I'm really happy with the way she turned out. And this is what she looks from behind, the side. And last but not least, another find from Ross. Okay, so this mermaid was completely shiny silver. She looked very metallic. So I had to put some white paint all over her. I didn't cover her completely in white, just enough. And now she has more character to her. And once I painted, then I did the process of aging on her. And what I like about her, she looks kind of like a water fountain. I mean, not a water fountain, a bird bath. And what better way to do something like that in a little world, right? And she's not tall, but I really like that she's holding that shell. And again, look at her face, really creepy. looking mermaid. And she's standing on this, what seems to be like some stairs or something. And this is what the backside looks like. She has that fiery red hair. I can't even recognize her anymore. She looks completely transformed. You should have seen the way she looked before. You can still see some of the silver metallic hints there, which I kind of like. Okay, so here's the process. This is how I did it. Okay, so these are the basic colors I used. One that looks like a burgundy brick looking color, and then the other one is a brownish looking color, and it's called nutmeg. And then I just started mixing my colors, and then I added some black as well, but I had to use the black sparingly because I learned my lesson. I did mess it up initially. I used too much black, and then I had to repaint my statue and then remix my colors. And then, so this time I didn't use a lot of black. And so try not to make it too dark where it looks too dark, and don't try to make it too weak either where the color won't stick to your statue. And but again, it maybe you do want it a little bit darker than how I did it, and but definitely don't make it too light because the colors won't show too well. And then as you saw there, I kept adding more color as I kept mixing it until I got the correct shade that I was going for. And then and that's it. And I got these are just acrylic paint. I got them at Walmart, and I'm sure you can use any kind of acrylic paint that you can get your hands on. Okay, and just to show you how I did it, I'm going to use this as an example, and I'm about to pour. So there, I just poured the paint on the statue, and so there's really no wrong way of doing it because the messier it looks, the better it looks, I think, the more authentic it will look. And as I was saying earlier, you kind of just pour it on different spots, and you might not be able to cover the whole statue, which is okay because a little bit of white that will show up will still be good because again it'll look more authentic like that, and you don't want it to look too clean where and then so I also just kind of brushed lightly wherever I thought that I could enhance the look, and then that's it. And then you repeat the process over and over. As I was saying earlier, I repeated this process like 4 times. I would try it, then do it again, try it, then brush it, and you just go along. And that's it for this video.